Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This is alternate number 2 using elements from the September 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit. For this one, I have used the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper and cut out a bunch of leaves using the Every Celebration die set, which was the add-on for this quarter. So I have used the leaf and I've cut them out, and I used glue to adhere them down. And I looked at this. I'm not quite finished yet. I just wanted to show you how it looked, and then I'll trim the edges off. And then we're going to run it through the exposed brick folder. And I'm going to use the greeting from the kit, the with thanks, in the Misty Moonlight. So I've got a Misty Moonlight standard North American card base, and I've got a 5 1/4 by 4 that I've glued the leaves down onto. And I'm just going to go around and just trim the edges off. Just like that. And I used glue. I could have used adhesive paper, or I could have used a tape runner. Would have been a little bit messy, but I could have used adhesive paper. But I wanted to do this. Not everybody has the adhesive paper. Some people just have the glue or a tape runner. So I thought I would do this using the glue, just to show that it doesn't matter really how you adhere things down. So just trimming off all those end pieces. And if you want, if you've got any gaps, you can use some of the pieces to kind of, if I've got a spot here, I could glue that down there like that. And in fact, I think that is what I'm going to do, just to fill in that edge there. So I just take out my glue. This is similar to the Tombow white glue that's in the catalog. It's just a clear glue. So I just need to line this up with the edge. And that's the nice thing about using the glue as well, is it's a little bit, you can still kind of push it around if you need to get it to where you need it to be. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to run this through the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. I thought this looked just a little bit plain, and even with the greeting on it, it would still be a little bit kind of empty in the background. So the whole thing is going through the folder like that. We're going to run that through the machine. And this is where I get to say thank you to all the new subscribers this last week. Lots of new people commenting and sharing your ideas. And lots of returning viewers as well who've been supporting me basically almost since the beginning of my YouTube journey. So thank you so much to everyone. I love it when you comment, and you'll notice that I do reply to all of the comments. So this is now just been run through that exposed brick 3D embossing folder. I love an embossing folder. It is a really inexpensive way to add a lot of pizzazz to a card. So I can actually go ahead and adhere this down. And as with most folders, this one is a 3D as well, but it's not quite as ripply or waffly on the edges as other ones are. But I still tend to just put adhesive all the way around the edge so those edges don't tend to lift. And I've just gone over the edge a little bit there. So I'm just going to put this down on my Misty Moonlight card base. I tried a variety of different colors. I was going to use Petal Pink, but then when it came to putting it on, I really liked how the Misty Moonlight kind of really pops the blue in the leaves. So how we're going to do the greeting, we're going to use our Misty Moonlight. And now I can't remember if I said Mossy Meadow or Misty Moonlight, but the background is, the card base is Misty Moonlight. So I'm just putting it in a little bit of Versamark first, and then picking up my ink and then popping this down. I'm going to be trimming this down. There we go. I like this font on this with thanks. It can be dressed up kind of with flowers in behind it, or just left plain, just to be, it's nice and clear, and it can be used for masculine or feminine cards. So I'm just trimming the edges off at an angle. And this piece was 1/2 inch wide. And the piece of Misty Moonlight that I'm putting it on is 5/8. So I just get a little bit of a border. It's not quite a full 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So we're just going to add some adhesive. I'm going to pop this down in the middle of the mat and behind. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim these edges off at the same angle as the white. So just going to pop this on, and I was going to put it here where there's a bit of a gap, kind of maybe even over here over the ends of the leaves there. But I had this piece that I trimmed off, and I just wanted to see what it would look like if I did this. And I really like that. Yeah. So I'm just going to get my glue back out, and I'm going to glue this piece down. Now, when you use your paper trimmer, you kind of get one smooth side and one side that's got a little bit of a lip on it. So I'm going to use the side with the lip on it as my bottom. And you can use your bone folder to smooth out that edge. I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this. And a trick that I was shown so that you don't get bubbling of your glue everywhere is just to take your finger and just run it through the glue and just smooth it out. Now you end up getting sticky doing that, so I just get a tissue out and clean that up. And then we're just going to pop this down onto the card front. And this piece is 4 inches wide. It's the same width as the white card front. So just going to pop that down, just give it a minute and just press it down for a minute. And then my next decision is, do I put this down flat or do I dimensionalize it? And I think I'm actually going to put it down flat. I think dimensionalizing it will lose a bit of the effect of having the band in behind. So we're just going to pop some adhesive on the back of this, and then we're going to center it along that line and along the card. And I'm straight, so I'm just going to push that down. And that is our second alternate card using elements from the September 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Autumn Abundance. We used the greeting from that, and then we used the die from the add-on set called Every Celebration, and we used the Thoughtful Journey leaves and the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for that next alternate.